Here we are to get a little bit of mulch. I'm super excited. Let's see what we can get. Hello and welcome back to Grace.Filled Homestead. I'm so excited to bring you along with more of my journey. I have committed to being raw, real, and authentic about my journey to changing this property into a homestead. We bought it and there were things that I wanted to add to it. There were animals that I wanted to bring. And so it has been a challenge learning how to grow on a 0.03 acre property with just a front yard the size of maybe 3 or 4 footsteps versus being on a property that's 6 plus a little bit acres of land. There's a big difference. I used to garden on patios and now I'm not. So I really wanted to design something special to honor the babies I've lost. I call it my angel garden. And over the years, I've slowly, if you've been following my Instagram journey, been bringing you along one plant at a time, one bag of soil at a time, one thing of compost at a time as I'm doing this thing on a budget and trying not to use any debt to get it done, but just pay cash for it. So what I was doing is I was able to get a few clearance bags from Lowe's that were on sale half price. And I started mulching and I quickly realized, this is going to take me a whole year to get this done. So what I decided to do was when I realized there was a local place to me that had a scoop for $28 the scoop, I decided, okay, let me get 2 scoops. Now, in my beautiful mind, I actually thought that 2 scoops was going to be enough to do the entire angel bed. What I realized is that 2 scoops was not enough. In fact, 2 scoops is only enough to do half of it, and even the half is not fully done. So I really need another 2 scoops for the other side, and then I'm going to show you at the end the bulbway in the front, which probably needs a scoop. I didn't even show you the front landscaping. Those beds probably need another scoop, and then yeah, I need a lot more scoops than I thought, and that's totally fine. So you do the math and decide if it's cheaper for you to get the bag or cheaper for you to get the scoop. I thought the bags were better because I can easier manage the bags versus this. I had to pay someone to bring it to me, and then I have to use shovels versus if it was a bag, we could just put it wherever it wants to be. So anyway, we are simply laying down cardboard on top of this grass so that we can put the mulch on top of it. The way that my beds are set up, the first row is a row of peonies, and then it's a row of roses, and then it's a row of hydrangeas, and then around the perimeter there are some daffodils and some tulips, and there are a few perennials sprinkled throughout, but I don't have a lot, not as many as I need or want. And this year I really have dreams of bringing this space to life. There are 2 beautiful bird baths that are here. There's also a really nice bench that you can sit on. So I think this area is going to be absolutely stunning when I am done. But for now, I'm literally just starting with cardboard and just starting with mulch. And the reason I have said all of this is because sometimes we really want to start with every single thing and have every single thing done. Okay, let me just talk about me. I want to have every single thing done. Like, who wants to have a half done mulch bed and a half not done? Nobody. But do you want to go into debt to get that other half done? Or do you want to say, I'm not even going to start until I have all of it? No, I believe that you start where you are, use what you have, and just keep being faithful and dedicated and committed, and you will eventually be able to accomplish the things that you need to accomplish, and you'll be able to get more. Now, some people might be able to go ahead and get their entire areas mulched in one sitting. They may be able to go ahead and get 2 scoops of the rocks, but that was not my case. My case was 2 buckets of rocks and 2 scoops of the mulch. And I'll come back when I get more and when I finish this so that you can see the area. But again, I just want to encourage you that if things are moving slow and steady on your homestead or moving slow, I want to remind you that slow and steady still wins races. Like, it really does. Slow and steady still wins. And so I want to encourage you not to give up. I want to encourage you not to get discouraged. And I'm telling you this because I know that it happens because I was discouraged, especially when you look at what other people can do. They literally can get stone and brick and they can get all these fancy things and you just want the basics. And so what I would say is not to compare your journey with theirs, because your journey isn't their journey and their journey isn't your journey. And your journey is no less beautiful than theirs because they were able to pay for and have a lot of expensive, exquisite things. The heart of a garden is the heart of a garden, whether you have a botanical garden or whether you have one raised bed, whether you have a grow bucket, whether you have a green stock, whether you have the Dollar Tree DIY green stock. We win one step at a time. And so I just encourage you with your gardens, just remember that one step at a time. And so if you can't do more, that's okay. What could you do and how can you celebrate that? And so that's what I've been doing. I've been celebrating my half done garden. I've been celebrating my tulips. And you know what? I feel so good. Like each time I'm able to get another clearance bag of rocks or soil or whatever the case may be, or plant, I am celebrating that because that is a part of the journey. And soon I want to look back on this video and see like, wow, that's where I started. Like that's where I was. That's where I was in my life, and look at now. And I think that is such a beautiful thing. So I don't know if you tuned in here for encouragement or not, but I do hope that encourages you, because if you really go down this rabbit hole of getting into homesteading and watching homesteaders, sometimes you can find yourself comparing or wishing that you had something else, or not being grateful, or not even wanting to start. And I'm just not a proponent of that. I'm a really big proponent of just start. Start first, ask questions later, as opposed to have all the knowledge, all the understanding, all the wisdom, and never act upon it and never do a thing. I was thinking, I was hoping, I was waiting. No, there's no time like the present. It's a gift. Use it. Walk in it. Do what you got to do. But be encouraged and keep your dream before you. Notice I said your dream, because when you're doing this thing, other people's dream is not going to be your dream. Somebody else might want to get a Louis Vuitton bag, and somebody else might want to get the Michael Kors bag and shoes, and you might want to get rocks, and you might want to get soil. And they may have something to say about what you're doing, but they don't say nothing about what they're doing with their money. So don't expect everybody to cheer for you. Don't expect everybody to be happy for you. Don't expect for everybody to clap you on. Is your dream, is your goal, you clap yourself on. You encourage yourself. You be your own hype person. You get yourself excited. Okay? I'm going to be back with more videos like this as we clean and update the area, but I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for thumbs up. Thank you for likes. Thank you for support. And thank you for being so sweet. I do have my website linked in case you want to get some candles or some handmade soap or any of the things I create, but I'm just showing you 2 other areas that need to be mulched and some other things that I'll be bringing you back to do with me soon. Blessings.